Thing I like here, they have these places where you can lock your bike. They have these posts, and you just put your chain through one side of that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, I got a little shot for you. This is a really good rest stop. So when you leave, the grotto is right down there. That's where I was when I went up the hike. But then you got a big hill to climb, and this is your second hill. It's not as bad as the first one, but it gets you right here, and this is a really good stopping point for great photography. You can see all the Virgin River right there, and then okay, so I hiked right up to there. That's the spot where a good lunch spot. A zigzag all there, and then we hiked around the back on the other side of this is Angel's Landing, and then it also goes out in a spine in this direction. So the road loops all the way around it. So when you climb it, you go all the way up to here. So I've been up there, that's awesome. Next time I'll do that, but nice just to go halfway up. That's a much more manageable hike if you're going to be riding. And then this is, like I said, you can see, there's my bike down by the tree. And this whole area, it's a long hill. So the thing is, after I've just gone up to the top of Scott's Landing and hiked all the way down, my legs are feeling it down there. And so you get on your bike, and then this first hill you really start to feel it. So this is a great stopping off point, just a little bit. You just only 5 minutes out, 10 minutes out, but take a rest. Enjoy this view. It's one of the best views in Zion. Plus it's hot, it's summertime and super hot right now, but this shady spot under a tree, awesome. Take a little break, smoke break, or water break. All right, beautiful. All right, we'll keep on going. So now we're on the side of Angel's Landing. We've just come from down there, and the road swings around. And then it's hard to make out with the coloring when you're not here, but there's Angel's Landing comes down, and there's a little spine right there of stone, and it's kind of thin, and then you get around the other side. You go around the other side of that spine right here. Yeah, so you kind of go around it. Looks like a shark there. All right. Right now the bike ride gets fun because you can see there's a long road downhill. Now you're just gliding, and then you kind of go up and down like that. And then when we go back, there's only a couple small hills, and most of the ride back is all downhill. That's a really nice feature of this bike and hike trip. All right, so there's Angel's Landing coming up. And we're on the front side of it. We're going to go around the back side of it. It's a big loop. And then you can see the riverbed. There's a nice hiking trail on the other side. So right now I'm under the bridge at the back side. That's Angel's Landing right up there. And we're going around. It has a spine coming over here. And then there's this bridge, and it's called Weeping Rock. So this is another bus stop. This is the next bus stop after the grotto. The grotto is where we went up to Angel's Landing and Scott's Landing, sorry. And then the next bus stop is this one, Weeping Rock. And what you do in this one is you're going to hike all the way up to the back of the wall, and it's like a rainfall, like a water coming out of the rock all year round, and snow melt. It's really cool, but I'm not going to go up there today, but you can go, that's right here, this next bus stop right down here. And then we go around the road to the next bus stop where we see open up on the other side of Angel's Landing. So we're right at Weeping Rock, but there's a big sign. It says area closed due to rockfall. But something else, so you can't do that, but this right here on the other side of the road, right opposite, that's a trailhead right there. You're going to see those two big rock markers right over there. That's the trailhead right there. So you just go walk towards that big rock, and then there's a trail that goes down. You can see the trail right there in the middle. The trail, and you can follow that all the way around, and I'm going to cycle around to where that leads over to. All right. And the thing about where we are right now is you've got this curved rock formation with caves up in it. So it's like these cool big caves you can look up into, curved, and the whole wall is curved itself. If you look way up at the sky, you can see it's curved inwards. And it's curved inwards down here, and this big rock, there's another one right over here. So they're fun things to look at as you're riding around. So that's a massive cave wall up there. And that rock over time is falling down. So there's a sheer face above it, and underneath it's been caving out. So big chunks of rock, like look up in here, and you see big boulders come down here in big rain. So one day that's all gonna come down. But it's pretty cool to check out. So this is the spine of Angel's Landing I was talking about. That's a big piece of spine, the end of a spine of a long chunk of rock that runs vertically backwards, and then it connects. That's Angel's Landing, like way up past it, way up there. And then it drops down and comes out onto this ledge. And then people are walking all along that rim. And then way up there is Scott's Landing. So that's where I was. I went up to that point right there, Scott's Landing. And then the rest of Angel's Landing hike is you're hiking over all the way up to the end. But that's enough to do Scott's Landing when you're on a bike all day, so it's a good deal actually. Yeah. Here's a good little tip, here's a pull-off. As you're coming around, that's where I was at Weeping Rock, and then you're coming around this way, and it's all uphill again, so it's another hill to climb. So this is a good pull-off right here, and then you get a nice view. So what's in the middle of the other side of Angel's Landing is a big part of the river, and there's a big field right there. You can see part of it right there. There's grass and a big piece of river, and that kind of winds all around this way. So we'll see some more of that, but this is a good place just to take a rest break, because you've still got another little climb up that way, and then you'll be at a really nice place. All right. All right, so now you can see Weeping Rock. It's a big valley in here, grassy valley. It's not called that, but that's what it is. And it's really nice, the river down there. It's really nice. You can hike down there, I've done that. But it's nice to go around it on the bike too. So that trailhead that I showed you opposite Weeping Rock down this end takes you down into that valley by the river's edge. And then that trailhead's going to come up just around the corner. There's Scott's Landing right up there. That's Scott's Landing right up in there. And then we're going to go around this way. Stop is called Big Bend. It's a really nice place. One of my favorite places, Big Bend. There's the bus stop right there. And then you're looking up at Angel's Landing, and then this is the spine that comes out from Angel's Landing right there, which is razor thin. Angel's Landing pretty thick at the top, like a big triangle wedge. And then up to Scott's Landing. And then the amazing thing is, just around the corner here, people will climb those rock faces. From the bottom to the top, you can watch them climbing. It's amazing. You can see the river right in there. So the nice thing you can do, if you're on that trail that I showed you that starts way back there, you're kind of coming to a bend in the river you're walking around, and the river comes around here. And there it is right down there. There it is right down there, the riverbed. And that goes forward over to here. There it is right there, going around. So that's why it's a bend. It makes like a big spoon shape, and we're on one side of the spoon, about to go around the curve of the spoon, is right up where the road bends around. Big bend. So right here, there's the riverbed there, and it's going around in a bend, just like this road goes around in a bend. You can see how that road bends around. That's what the riverbed does beyond it. The riverbed does exactly the same thing up here. We can't really see that too good, but we're going around the bend, and then we go around the other side down to the place where they do the hiking called the Narrows. So here we are at Big Bend. The river is bending around this way, and then we go that way. Now we've come around Big Bend, and the road goes around, but what's interesting is you'll often see climbers right at these faces of the wall. They climb up. There's a route from the bottom to the top, and you'll see them like in one position for ages. You'll just see them right there. You're looking at them, and they're slowly moving up like little ants up a wall. It's amazing. So now we're coming up towards the end of the way here. But the nice thing is lots of little breaks to the riverbed, like shady tree zones. And then so, you know, from this point on, people start accessing the riverbed, going bathing, and it's cool water too. I've got a place I like to go. So everyone has their own little places, and there's tons of them. All right. Here's a really nice rest spot right near a curve. You've got two big boulder markers, this one and this one, and there's like a little drive-through zone, not for a car but for bikes and whatnot. And then you're surrounded with these super tall, like it's just an amazing view you have right here at this nice little resting spot. It's really awesome. That's the end of the road right there where the buses are. And then you keep walking straight beyond the buses, keep going straight down there, and there's a concrete trail, and it winds around by the side of the riverbed all the way up to the Narrows. It's all the way up this way. We may go up there or may not. I don't know if they let a bike up there. But it's a long ways up there, and we're in this beautiful place. We'll see a little bit more of that in just a minute. But from here, you go back now. Back this way, all the way back, and it's mostly downhill, which is really awesome. So pretty much everyone's doing this. They're busting it up to here, and then they're all walking down that way with their poles. These are a lot of people going to the Narrows. So they buy special Narrows gear because you're going to be walking in water up to knee height and above just for like ages. The trail is under the water, so you can get special booties and leggings and like waterproof stuff. So a lot of people have that. Some people don't. Some people just tear it up. But we're not going to go up there today, but I'm just going to go to where the trailhead starts and by the river. So from this point on, there's no more bikes allowed. So this is where this is the end of the loop. So the buses come down here, they drop you off here, and then like this one, they turn around and then they go back down that way. So this is the end of the road. So, and you're not allowed, even though there's a trail, no bikes allowed on the trail. So you're going to leave your bike here, and then we're going to walk the rest of the way right up there. So there's a bus leaving. That one just came in. There's another coming in, and then there's a bus leaving. All right. Right here, there's something really cool. It's a Zion spring water. You can fill your bottles up right there. It's really cool. So it's nice spring drinking water. It's good to drink. You won't get sick or anything from it, and it's such a nice, all the little shacks and everything here. Really nice. Really nice job on the architecture, the colors. It just blends in so well with everything else that's here. All right. So I just filled my water bottle. That water is really nice. It's really fresh. Spring water. It's so nice. Make sure you fill your water up with some of that. It's really, really nice. So they have these awesome flash advisories right here. You can see the scale with the colors. Today it's the bright yellow, not expected. When it's red, it's expected. That's when, right up here, you're going to see like clouds will develop real quick, and then thunderstorms and a heavy dump of rain. And the riverbed we're going over to will like rise really quickly, and the current will get super strong. So if you're not careful, you could absolutely drown in a flash flood. So you need to know when that is, because when you go up the Narrows, it's like the walls cave in really close to you on either side, and you're walking in the water between the Narrows. We're not going to do that today, but that's another adventure. This is cool too. So you can ride all the way up to here, but then you see like no bikes, no drones, no dogs, no four wheels, and no fires. So it's a good deal. But we can walk over to the riverbed. It's really cool. So when you're walking down this trail, you've got the beautiful mountains on the side, and you're walking down, and there's a fork right in the first trail. And then one goes off to the left and then to the right. Follow the one off to the left. It takes you to a really beautiful there's a lot of water where you can bathe in over there. People go in with their swimming costumes, and it's like access, you know, you can kind of walk in. We're going to go check it out right now, but then You go up there if you want to go up to the Narrows, and it's like a mile up there. It's a long way up there, but that's the Narrows deal. So this right here is the end of the path, and then lots of people come over here. Some of them jump in, some of them don't. I'm gonna go over and check it out. There's a couple other places I like to go too. So there you've got the natural water slide fall. That's really nice. Beautiful. You can go in there, but I'd rather, there's a lot of other pools you can go to, but a lot of people like this one. It's got a nice big waterfall, little one, and then right up there sometimes when it's raining you'll have a waterfall from the top all the way down to the bottom. When it's been raining, yeah, it starts all the way up. That's an awesome, and you get a little rainbow action in that waterfall. And then we're going to walk down this way a little bit. The riverbed goes down this way. We go down there to maybe the next pool down. So from that little place where I just was, there's a trail kind of walks along here on the edge. And that trail, you go through that little fence right there. And then you go around to the other walking trail over there. So we got these sheer cliffs, and the trail goes this way, and it goes that way. And that goes up to the Narrows up that end. We're not going to go up there today. But this trail just goes along like this for about a mile. There's lots of pools at the side, like the couple we just saw. And then eventually it gets really narrow and narrow and narrow until you're in a little piece of river and the walls are just barely on either side of you. But that's a long ways up. That's for another video. So here's a really nice thing when you have a bicycle. Right now you've got a big long line for the bus. It's kind of hot. You're going to be standing out sweating, and you get in the bus, you feel kind of the same. They're really crowded. That's great, you know, it's better than walking. But I tell you what, even better than that, instead of standing in the heat and the hot bus and overcrowded this time of day, get on my bike, and it's a downhill breeze ride most of the way. Really, really nice. And I'll probably stop in a little pool on the way. So that's a great end to this bike and hike theme of what I'm doing today. Is the easy bike ride is at the end, and that's the best way to make a bike ride. Put the downhill at the end when you're tired. So here you can see the line. It's a big line for the buses. You're going to be standing here for quite a while in the heat. And, you know, probably they get, you've probably got 4 or 5 buses maybe to wait. Right here. It's a little more shady down here, so it's better. But still, nice to have the bike. And bike. All right. I've done the bus, so that's cool. It's better than walking. All right. Okay, back to the bike rack. Get the bike out. And like I'm saying, a nice thing, here's another nice thing about finishing this journey today with a bike ride, is on the bus, you're standing in the heat for a long time, and then you get on the bus and the bus is hot. It's not air conditioned, but it does have ventilation. And you're really crowded this time of day, and then I found myself kind of falling asleep and then just having like a real energy drag, you know, for the rest of the day a little bit. Better yet, jump on the bike, get that fresh air, fill up the lungs, get the heart pumping, the blood flowing. Oh yeah, and you feel energized. Still got a lot of energy for the rest of the day. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to jump in the pool on the way back. All right, and here comes another bus. And they come around and all the way back. All right, there's a nice little bathing spot right here. I really enjoy this, and there's a steep face going up to Angel's Landing over there. So I'm going to jump in, and then there's one more essential stop on the way down. That's ice cream at the main store, at the Zion Lodge. All right, just doing a real fun thing. I'm right by the Virgin River, and I took my shoes off and socks so they'd still be dry, and then I just went full, my leggings, my shorts, and my tank top all on, and just drenched myself in that beautiful, cool, fresh water. And now I'm gonna ride with this cool gear on. It's like I just jumped in the pool, but it's fresh water. And honestly, by the time I get back to the parking area, my clothes will all be dry. They'll be air dry. But it's going to give me like an AC feeling going all the way back downhill. So this is a great way to finish off. It's been a big day. remember, we got up, we did a bike ride up the big hill, then we went hiking all the way up to Scott's Landing. That's a big hike up and down. And then we rode all the way to the end of the road, and now I'm still feeling vibrant. I could be in one of those buses falling asleep, but instead I'm down by the river bathing. And then we're gonna ride mostly all the way down now and gotta grab an ice cream at Zion Lodge. Oh yeah, that's an awesome day. You gotta try this one out. All right, now I've ridden all the way from the swimming spot where my clothes are all soaked, and they're just barely damp dry. And I'm now back at Zion Lodge, and you can see right now, this time of day, lots of people are gathering in the shade. It's just a great big gathering place kind of tree. Everyone loves to come and hang out after their hike, and then you're gonna buy ice cream inside there. Come out and eat the ice cream. I'm pretty sure they got it going today, and also it's like a big beer garden in there, so you could go have a couple of beers, have some pizza, have some lunch, whatever you want. That's a really nice space to have lunch right there, and it's always good to hang. So this is going to be my last stop in the park. I'm going to get some ice cream or whatever they got in there and hang under the shade of the tree for a little bit, and then we'll go back to the last stop. Will be back to the parking area. All right, but it's really beautiful here this time of day. So this is really cool. This is a picture of like 1916, it says, so over 100 years ago. There's these people gathering here in the same spot we are today. Of course, time goes on, and then it says the present lodge is the latest in a series of efforts to settle the canyon, control the river, and provide comfortable facilities in the midst of this amazing scenery. And in 1916, it was established Zion's first tourist camp. So look at them back in the day doing it on the horseback. Man, and it's just, of course, like they say, those folks are no more, but the canyon's still here. And here we are. It's kind of like that movie with the Dead Poets Society. Can you hear them whispering, boys? Can you hear the ghosts of the people who are no more? There, we're standing right here, just like you. And the canyon's still here. Look at these guys right here. Now ghosts in the canyon. Look at the old cars there they had. The old cars crossing the bridge. Horseback. So the ice cream store's not working, boo, rickety-hoo. But I have a good little surprise back at the, having a little hot tip on how to have a great treat when you get back from your hike. So we're gonna move on now back to the camping area, have something to eat, then we'll hit the road and check out Springdale a little bit, and then head on back. So it's pretty quiet here now. Just for the moment, no sound of buses or cars. Under a shady place on the ride back. So, you know, it's hot today, it's summertime. But really nice way to do the bike tour of Zion Canyon. That's what I highly advise, this bike and hike tour that I did today. It's very doable, lots of excitement, lots of good places to see. And then I'm just resting in a hollow of trees along the road before I go back out in the sun. It's all quiet, take a moment's rest, and then carry on. All right, so I'm back at the parking area. Got the one ride, the good steed, made it all the way there and back. Now I'm gonna pack that away, but I'm gonna have a little dessert treat first. And here's a little tip I learned the hard way, that when I got here early this morning, I found a parking spot under a tree that's facing kind of south. So that's, the sun's gonna set over there in the west, but coming back in the middle of the day, most of my car is all in the shade. And when it's out there baking, oh man, you got a cooked oven inside. So if you can find that in the morning, it's real nice when you get back. Here's a great eating tip. So I got the cooler with one bag of ice down in there, and then I just load up a bag of red raspberries, blackberries, some rice, some lentils, some tofu. Right now, when I put those bags in, they are frozen. And right now, after being, they're nice and soft, they're gonna be like ice cream consistency. So right now, I pulled those blackberries and raspberries out. They're like a sorbet consistency. They're icy cold. It's better than ice cream. You've got antioxidants, you get a sugar boost, you get vitamin C. It's just going to make you feel sharp. It's better than caffeine. So I'm going to get on the road here in just a minute, but not only is this a great taste treat, it's going to be good for keeping my road awareness going. All right, so it's 2:49. So that's a real key, having a good trip back in the parking lot. If you start real early in the morning, you don't finish too late. So back in the car at 3, I'm going to be packed up and start on the road by 3 o'clock. I'll probably stop in Springdale for half an hour. And then I'll hopefully be back in Vegas around 7:30, hopefully even before the sun's down. And if you wanted to, I'm not going to, you could go out to eat at a buffet or something. I'll just probably buffet at home. But that's a big deal. They do such a big day, all that bike riding. There's probably 20 miles of bike riding today. And then, you know, about 7 miles of hiking. That's a good deal. And then get back early and get on the road early before the traffic rush. It's a good deal, and you'll make it home. All right. Another good little trick I like, just the ice. I fill up a cup with ice, and now I bought a big thing from the dollar store of guava juice. You can do whatever you like. Boom, there's a nice bunch of. Keep doing that all the way home. Just stop, put more ice in there. Keeps you kind of attention while you're on the road. Let's have a little blondie with the chopped chip, and we're good to go. Hit the road, Jack. All right, I'm all packed up, got the bike packed away. Had a nice little fruit snack, raspberry and blackberry sorbet. Oh, it's delish. And now we're heading out. That bus is going to go up to the right, back up into, that's where you get the rides from the visitor center, from right here all the way up. But I did the bike and I went right here is where I started the bike. All right, and then finished. Good job. Now back in the car, we'll do a quick Springdale stop. Get some coffee, iced coffee, maybe take a quick look at an art gallery. If they're open, then it's Sunday, they may not be open, but they should be open. We'll check it out. Anyway, we'll stop in there a little bit. Should be back in Vegas, who knows, by maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock, maybe before the sun goes down. All right, we'll check it out. Nice views exiting out of Zion and into Springdale. Got those ridge mountain peaks up there. Awesome. And then there's a lot right down there. All those buildings. It's a big center, like there's lodges to stay at. Then there's a food store, crafts, you know, all that kind of good stuff, tourist stuff. And a bunch of restaurants too, real nice restaurants. Right here, there's a good one. Espresso, smoothies, Cafe Soleil. That's a really good one right there. Cafe Soleil. Then you got some more quarters, tribal arts too. There's some nice stuff in there. The Indian Arts, it's open on Sunday. I've been in there before. You get some nice stuff in there. And then we've got more accommodations. Then we've got more restaurants, campground, RV parking. Got another restaurant, Spotted Dog Cafe. That's a real good one. But you got the whip tail grill right there. All sounds good, huh? Hooters Market, ice cream, espresso, sandwiches. So there's lots of places to stop in here. So get out of the canyon early, like I'm doing, around 3 o'clock. It's 3:16. I think there's a Starbucks I'm going to hit quick, get a coffee, but go to one of the boutiques, get some fun foods, maybe a couple of, you know, tourist items, and then it's all sweet. All right, I think there's a couple more stores in here. Used to be a Starbucks right around here somewhere. Here's a nice Bumbleberry gift shop, bakery, live theater. I just love the way they do the decor. it just falls right in shape and color with the background of the mountains. So I really like that. They could have made it bright red, pink, blue, all kind of colors. That's all good, but I like the way they did that. It just blends right in. Awesome, awesome, nice architecture up here in Zion. Let's go check it out. Oh man, it's so cool in here. AC, they got all kind of nice rocks and stuff here. And they got the Indian crafts right there. Go see, they got all kind of nice little animals here on display. That's really awesome. So just a good kind of gift shop. I'm looking for some iced coffee. Nice to get in the AC. Okay, we've got all kind of ice cream here. We got some good treats in this store. I got myself a big iced coffee, and we've got the strawberry swirl double bang ice cream. We've got all kinds of sea salt caramels. Anyway, it's really nice in here. Make sure you stop in this part of town.